Oh no, we got snitches amongst Hoyoverse. And you know what? I'm loving it. Dear Diamonds and fellow Diamonds in the rough. The streets are obviously all rubbing their hands when it comes to Wuthering Waves release 2 weeks from now. Now, before we get into Wuthering Waves, a lot has happened in the streets for the upcoming release of Wuthering Waves, and one of which is a crazy leak from Hoyoverse finally showing their true colors and panicking when it comes to the release of Wuthering Waves. Like I said before previously, Hoyoverse are taking steps to try to counter Wuthering Waves. A lot of people said the characters is not content, more specifically, the characters are not content to counter because characters are not like specific new content for the games that they are in. However, I'd argue that characters are definitely something that is some form of content for video games, especially gacha games, because that's where people spend money on the game, and ultimately that's what these companies really care about. I would even argue that characters do give some form of different perspective and different ways to play the game, which is always welcome in my humble opinion. Now, this leak comes from this man, Shinya. I've met Shinya recently. I've just asked to help like I do. Little did I know that I was talking to probably the content creator that has the most potential in recent memory. This guy is something. I think he has what I like to call anime main character syndrome, where he's just very likable and everybody wants to help for no reason. That's literally Shinya, I think. Anyway, he's a great dude, and he dropped a nuclear radioactive bomb in the form of this. A few hours ago, a random Twitter account linked an image on one of my previous posts with a screenshot of a snippet of a contract. I'm attempting to verify the legitimacy of the screenshot. I have spoken to a few other individuals. This screenshot is 100% legit. Now, what that be? What could this contract be? Well, let's read. He called himself Leaker Lamau. What a giga chat. Let's read. The content creator shall promptly notify Yomiholic. Now, Yomiholic, I think I heard was, Yomiholic is affiliated with Hoyoverse. So Yomiholic that we see here is basically way to say it's not Hoyoverse, but we all know it's Hoyoverse. You know, it's like saying Morax is Zongli type of thing. The content creator shall promptly notify Yomiholic if any other gaming brand intends to sponsor their content. Basically, what Hoyoverse is telling you is to be a snitch. They want you to be snitching on any sponsor that's going to approach you. Okay, that's an absolute level of loyalty. Okay, sure. What do you have to offer me? Yomiholic has full discretion to reject sponsorship that could be detrimental to Zenless Zone Zero or the content creator's reputation. Is Hoyoverse trying to be Niji Sanji? I don't know about y'all, but this is starting to sound like Niji Sanji to me. This is starting to sound like Niji Sanji bullshit. The fuck you mean you get to decide what you reject for me? What? No, my ass gets to decide who the fuck gets to sponsor me or not. Like, I'm with you guys, but like, I would love to have others. Like, what the hell? Now, I've had a sponsor. Not never. But I would assume that sponsorships are ultimately up to the creator, and I get to move on if I so desire, or I'd get to accept this contract of yours or not. Or like, there should be wiggle room in the conditions of the contract, because these conditions, to me personally, locks my freedom, and I would not like to give my freedom to a company and they get to decide who I'm in bed with. Anyway, let's continue on. The Extract Corporation content will be as follow. The content creator commits to engaging in minor promotional activities such as retweeting Zenless Zone Zero. Oh, so this is just Zenless Zone Zero. Okay. I thought this was whole Hoyoverse. Okay. Sharing in-game screenshots and so on for each Zenless Zone Zero update and important festival. Occasionally, the content creator may be requested to participate in major influencer campaigns by creating theme-specific videos, collaborating on creative... Oh my god, you have to be fake positive? Jesus Christ. What if Zenless Zone Zero sucks? Anyway, that's okay. I guess this is standard. Hoyoverse may use the content creator's video for marketing purposes. That's okay. I think even Tectone said he's going to be in ads for Wuthering Waves, etc. So I guess this is typical stuff. Oh, and while we added, a huge thank you to Tectone for actually confirming that it is indeed how companies actually really work, which gives more credibility to this leak right here. The following documents shall be deemed to form and be read, construed as part of this agreement. For the purposes of interpretation, the priority of the document shall be in accordance with the following sequence: the ZZ Creator Cooperation Agreement and its amendments, if any appendix. Okay, so what's happening is Hoyoverse is now showing that they are afraid of what I said back in the Gacha cast when I was there. When I was there, I was asked the question, will Wuthering Waves win? And I did say they have an insane potential. They may not win 100%, but in the long game, they might. And why is that? Because if they keep absorbing the pool of players that's already ripe for the taking, it already exists. Okay? Hoyoverse, we already have like a huge pool of players that just are ripe for the taking. Wuthering Waves is now looking at Hoyoverse going,
I'm a big bad motherfucker and I'm here to drink your goddamn milkshake.
That's literally how it's looking like. Because Wuthering Waves is approaching Hoyoverse creators. They're approaching the fans of those creators. They want to absorb everybody. They're doing so much. They've already started ad campaigns. They are really, really listening to everything we say. The only thing that I would say Kuro Games did is, oh, the motherfuckers ain't giving me no keys. Give me my keys! But that's not going to be a problem in 2 weeks because the game is finally releasing for everybody to play. Am I shocked by this? No. Is this Corpa to the highest degree? Yes. And you know what? That's the name of the game. I don't blame Hoyoverse for doing this. And a lot of people are going to look at this and go, oh, well, Wuthering Waves is just pulling up, you know? They're not doing much. Like, why would they cock block them like that? I would disagree. You have to be afraid of anything with potential. Hoyoverse Day 1 was laughed out of the room by investors. Look at what they are now. Oh, Wuthering Waves, everybody can look at them and go, oh, they're not going to do shit. Genshin Impact is still going to be the best anyway. Like, yeah, for the next months or so, but think long term. Think when Genshin Impact has no more content anymore. We're done with SNES9, we're done with everything. Well, what then? What then? Honkai Star Rail 2, like the gacha games don't age well. That's just the reality of things. They're never going to be as peak as they were day one. That's just how it is. I would argue the only one that breaks that norm is probably Honkai Star Rail Penacony. But beyond that, like typically Genshin Impact also 2.0 was like peak Genshin Impact. I don't think it was ever topped since then. Well, here we are. So no, Hoyoverse is smart enough to understand that, yes, this is a competitor. Yes, we have to take this shit seriously. Yes, if y'all hear about that shit, let us know. Because when you let us know, yeah, you ain't getting in bed with those guys. Now, I heard a certain content creator did talk about typically all sponsorships tend to have certain issues. It's not just locked to Hoyoverse specifically. I took that with a grain of salt. I'm not exactly sure. I've never had a sponsor. I don't have any experience with sponsors. I hope I reach the level where I can get sponsors and, you know, start making some money off this shit, because I don't. Can't wait for the future. I do believe there's going to be a lot of back and forth from these companies. Hoyoverse trying to keep what they have, Wuthering Waves trying to take what they have. And all in all, like I said before, we're the winners in all this. To be honest with you, news like this put a smile on my face because there's so much war going to maintain customers. And when there's wars to maintain customers, quality increases. And ultimately, us, the customers, the users, get to have a better experience. So for me personally, keep this shit coming. A huge shout out to Shinya for actually letting the streets know what's up. Go check him out. I think he's a fantastic dude. Like I said before, anime main character, definitely. I really like the guy. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. See you.